right, welcome everyone. So in this panel, we're gonna discuss about how PyCon Greece organizers managed to organize this conference and what issues they had, what was their journey. We have Kali, Panagiotis, Vasiliki, and Desandros. And yeah, let's give them a round of applause first. All right, so if everyone has their coffee in their hand, I'm going to start with the first question. So, what motivated each of you to get involved in organizing PyCon Greece? And how did you first step into volunteering for the Python community?
I'll start. I'm going to say that the motivation was different in every step of the way. The first motivation I ever got was from attending conferences and going to many PyCons, to EuroPython, seeing how volunteer-led communities are organized and how volunteer-led conferences are being put together there. And that was the initial motivation and the initial spark, let's say. And then as the months or the years went by, it was mostly the other people that motivated me, and working with this amazing set of people that kept me going. So yeah, it was a mix of things.
Good morning, everyone. For me, it was because when I started my career, I had to find everything on my own, the hard way. I didn't have any community to interact with and to share my thoughts. So after that, when I had free time, I wanted to give back to the community and inspire others to start in tech. And I devoted my free time to communities, especially women in tech. And when I meet Lysandros and the rest of the team of PyGreece, I wanted to get involved, so that's from my side.
Okay, good morning. The starting point for me in order to contribute to all of this, as I mentioned yesterday was the Python community. However, what it truly motivates me and motivated me in order to participate in all of this Python conference was the people. And in every meeting we had weekly, they told stories in the conference for EuroPython. And in my mind was always, no, if you want to live the same experience, you don't have to participate, you have to create your own one.
Nice. Good morning. Yeah. So for me, something similar as Panagiotis said. It really motivates me to have all these people around me. And building something like this is all about community, is all about the people that you meet and really inspire you. We have difficulties, we had our moments, but at the end of the day, this team and the community that we can build and we can create, it is something very, very strong and gives you all the power, to move on. So yeah, that's for me.
We're back. So I hope those are enough reasons for new people to organize new conferences. So let's move on. I want to ask a question about what was the thing that inspired you guys to bring and make the first ever PyCon Greece, and how did you guys form the organizing team? What was the process for that?
I'm going to take this. It's a really long story, and I could be talking about it for days, but in essence, I attended my first Python conference in 2017 as a first-year university student. And from the very beginning, I fell in love with the community and with everything that I saw and everything that was happening in front of me and beside me. And then I continued going to conferences, being part of the Python community. I became involved in the tech side of things by getting involved in the Python core project. And then years went by, and I was alone in all of this because I didn't know anyone else from Greece that I could work on this together. And I started something on my own in 2021, a meetup. I call it Pi Greece, and we just had one meetup, and that was it because it never became a thing. But then Fanis came along about 3 years ago now. If it's 3, it's crazy. It might be 2. Fanis came along and asked me, "Hey, I've seen you did this. Let's organize something together." And that was what basically started all of this. And I think that was the biggest learning for me in all my years in the community, that in order to succeed in something, you have to have a support network and having someone push you through the hard times. Like Fanis pushed me and I pushed him. And we sort of started forming the organizing team. Zisopoulos came along, Panagiotis then with a translation project, and then the team started forming itself. I think it all came along very organically. It wasn't like we were out recruiting people and just shouting to everyone, "You should join us." It was actually people that came to us out of the goodness of their hearts and out of the passion they had for what we were doing. So it all was very organic.
Yeah, and I assume it was really heartwarming when those people showed up.
Absolutely. I mean, nothing better than that.
Yep. So we got how it started, but what has been the biggest challenge so far, and what's something that surprised you in a good way?
I'm gonna go again. Biggest challenge so far, I mean, for me, it's certainly been the weekly being there. Be there every week, every day, through all of the stuff that needs handling, good or bad. I mean, it's just tiring. Even if it were just good, it wasn't. But even if it were, it would still be tiring. And that was a challenge, certainly. Surprised me in a good way. The fact that we never had a single disagreement between the team. It all went so smoothly, I could not believe it. When we started with Fanis, we knew we might have problems, because as the team grows, more people come in. It might be very different people from different backgrounds. And we were sort of discussing how we were going to handle tensions between team members, but it never became reality, and that was one of the best surprises ever.
I totally agree with the point Lisandros said before. And I would like to add that, from my point of view, securing sponsors was also a challenge for the first ever PyCon in Greece. And also the surprising thing that all these companies trusted us and are here today with us.
I will share my biggest challenge, and basically the most time-consuming and something unexpected was the ticket platform. We had difficulties with the ticket platform, and in order to give a pass to Kali, thanks to Kali, Because if you saw her in EuroPython with a laptop, she simply added every ticket manually.
Oui. Yes, that was a problem actually. Oof. So yeah, the challenge is not letting the challenges defeat you actually. I mean, you have to handle everything. You have to stay calm. And that's what really surprised me, that we were calm all the way. We were trying to support each other. We had many difficulties, I can say as well a few, but yeah, I think that really surprised me. And it was amazing that everyone was there and helping and everything went so smoothly. So yeah, I'm really proud of us.
Yeah, those are big challenges, and you guys for sure overcame those, and here we are. So I'll move on to the next question. What skills have you gained from volunteering, and what did you personally, like what was your character growth? And what might new volunteers take away from this experience?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I will say that I'll speak for me, but I think that's true for everyone, that our characters are being formed by this experience every day. The one thing I learned a lot, and I didn't have a lot of experience. I mean, I had experience with it, but I hadn't experienced it this way. And I'm gonna say I learned this from Fanis the most, how to be empathetic and encouraging and stuff like that. I mean, if you see Fanis, you've seen him around, bald head, like he's right there, yeah, like very intimidating, like sort of face, but he's the most empathetic person, you know. And I think I really learned how. He just left.
Let's give a round of applause for Fanis.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah, like getting messages on Discord from him for things like, hey, how do we encourage the team, and how do we make them take some time off and stuff like that. And it was all a big learning, and I felt like that helped me a lot.
For me, it was that it improved my communication skills and my ability to handle special cases. But I believe that for every one of us, it's something different or the same, but you definitely gain something from this experience.
Yes, it always the soft skills. Something that I learned from this experience is how easy is to open an AMKE company in Greece, and how much difficulties we faced to open a company bank account.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. As Lisandro said, all of us has totally changed during this process. For me, this thing totally boosted my confidence and changed me and helped me handle the imposter syndrome. I learned a lot, and I think that the volunteers will have these skills and will gain these skills as well. It is very important to be part of it and to have all those new skills and to learn how to organize something. We have a lot of difficulties, as we said, but why not do it? Why not help something somehow? I don't know. So yeah, confidence and imposter syndrome.
Well, as all of these amazing people told, skills always doesn't have to be technical. Like, these skills are really important. So I'll move on to the next question, and it is about the most heartwarming moment so far in this journey.
you have a funny story to share. You want to share it?
So, a funny story begins when we planned with a team to make a meeting with our booth vendor. That period, I didn't have a car, so I had to use a commute train, Prastiakos, and use my feet to walk, about 2 kilometers from the station. As I walking, I met agricultural crops, goats, and I crossed a river, not the Kifissos, I crossed a river in Kadza, somehow, I don't know.
Heartwarming stories. I think I think one of the most heartwarming moments for me was yesterday when Panagiotis was giving his talk. I was crying like a baby from being too emotional about it. So I'll go with that.
For me, my most heartwarming moment was Lais's keynote. It was amazing. Lais, if you're here, we love you.
For me, I knew it from the beginning. The whole team, the whole day, the whole, those 2 days, I'm sorry, I'm getting so emotional. I knew it from the beginning that it would be very exciting. I'm very happy to be part of it. And I feel very overwhelmed sometimes, but yeah, I don't know, that's it. Everyone, this place, this conference, yeah, PyCon.
Yeah, it really warms our heart to see our amazing audience in these halls. So I'll want another round of applause for this amazing audience. So the next question is about the future. How do you see the Python community in Greece evolves after this event?
I think the goal for all of us from the very beginning was to inspire people, to bring our experiences and the things we've seen in conferences around the world to Greece and to showcase everything to the Greek community, and hopefully the Greek community now will. I mean, it already is thriving, but it'll thrive even more, and we really hope the Greek community can take this and form it into something like really special, like we have envisioned it. A lot of the people in the organizing team actually do not live in Greece, and that's why we'd like to see more people come in. Give us their own backgrounds, their own experiences, and sort of we can then work all together with our experiences and theirs to form something really special, like what this first PyCon has become.
I totally agree. Do you want to add something?
Okay, we're back. Yeah, so I think PyCon Greece is a really good example, a really great example of how a country, of a community can organize a conference from scratch and find sponsors, find the audience, find venues. Like, this is a great example, and if you want to organize something in your country, I think you should talk to these great people. And before we move on to the questions from you, I want to add that if you're organizing a conference, there are grants programs. Could be from PSF, could be from EPS, Python Software Foundation, and EuroPython Society. We have our grants programs. So apply, and we're going to move on to the questions from the audience. So, who has questions? For the time's sake, if you have any questions in mind, please come to the front so we can give the mic easily.
Thank you. Hi all. Thank you for organizing all this. If my opinion matters, I have been in organizing teams in many big events. I have organized 3 TEDx events, and last year we organized in Larissa the first WordCamp that wasn't in Athens. And I can see that you have done a very good job here, and you should be proud of yourself. So my question is, let's say that you do another PyCon next year. What would you change? And what tools would you need or even to develop yourself in order to make your life easier and to make all this organization more automated? Thank you.
What would we change? That's a really good question. I think up until now we've just been way too focused on this first one, and it's going to be a couple of months before we start thinking about the next one. One thing we certainly are thinking about is how much hype there was around the event. We ended up getting sold out and having 250 people in the waiting list. So that's something to consider for next year, see whether we can make the event bigger. But in order to do that, we'll need more people to join us, because it cannot be possible by any means to organize a 500 people event with just the people that are here. What tools do we need? We've been somewhat scrappy, but at the same time, we've been using a lot of stuff to help us out. There's certainly stuff that can be automated for next year, but up until now, it was just run with a single target, getting there. So there wasn't too much time thinking about tools. That's going to be another discussion in about like a month or two. What? New ticketing platform. Not sure if we're allowed to say that.
Okay, if you have a question.
So have you organized any event before this conference, or this is your first event organization experience?
Yes. It's my first time being an organizer. I've been a volunteer before.
Very nice starting.
Actually, all of us, yes.
Thank you for organizing such a great event.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Hey, can you come a bit? Yeah. If you have any questions in your mind, please come towards the front.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to say that it's a really nice event. Thank you for organizing. And I felt more lonely in the Python in my Python involvement before this, and I think that's a really big achievement from your side. My question is, how did you find out about PyCons in the first place? Because for me, it's the first time attending one, and I would like to know your experiences. Thank you.
I will pass you the microphone because you have more experience PyCon.
The first PyCon I attended was the next block from my apartment at the time, so I guess that was the way I found out about it. It was in Berlin, in like a hospital, or like a hospital campus. So I think that was the way I found out about it. And yeah, and then the rest happened kind of by themselves, because I found out about the first one, I loved it, and then I started searching about it. Do you mean?
This is my first PyCon ever, so I learned about these events from the rest of the Pi Greece team.
Me too, the same as Vasiliki.
I have the same answer as well. And I was part of EuroPython, so yeah, I learned some stuff from there, and we brought this knowledge here.
So I'll also say it's a really impressive effort, and congratulations on everything you've done. I have lots of questions. The first one is, one of the things I like about the conference is that while it's addressed mostly to the Greek community here, you've not excluded people from abroad, in theory or in practice. So how easy was it to make sure you have international attendance, both speakers and in the audience?
For us, the main goal is to make this conference as accessible as possible. That's why all the talks are in English. Also, we had the FinAid program, me, Vasiliki, and Cleopatra, which helps attendees across the world. The budget was limited, and this was a challenge, but I think we made it. We managed to bring people from, I think, from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, speakers, but also attendees.
I want to ask, all the team is Greek and you speak in your native language during the organization code. Do you ever face like a language barrier? Or like, first question, do you ever thought about, a Greek track to maybe, I don't know, the Greek population, how they know English very well, like stuff like this?
There wasn't a language barrier among the organizing team. We're all Greek, so we all spoke Greek to one another. We thought about doing the whole conference in Greek as well. As Panagiotis said, the decision was to make it as inclusive as possible by it being in English. And yeah, there was thoughts about a Greek track, but doing a 2 parallel tracks conference was already a challenge for us, so doing a third one in Greek was not possible in the first edition. It will surely be a discussion for the next editions. Sure.
Hi from me as well. I would like to ask, how was the process of getting the brand name available in Greece? Like PyCon, could you just use it, or was there a process behind it that was?
That was the biggest challenge. There is a short story that is not needed to tell it here. 1 year ago, in order to get the PyCon trademark, you need to apply at PSF, Python Software Foundation, in order to get it. Long story short, not only Pi Greece wanted the trademark, also another entity wanted, but okay, it's this story. We had challenges about 3-4 months that delayed us in the whole process, but we made it. Someone, are you okay? Okay. So, yes, what I said, yes, this process delayed us for between 3 and 4 months, but it's there. We take it. We win.
So we don't have time for more questions, so I'm going to ask the last question, and we're going to wrap it up. So for someone in the audience who wants to help but isn't sure how, what's the first step they should take after today?
come talk to us, not after today, but today. And if not today, then send us a message tomorrow or next week. And I hope you can see we're like a group of friendly people, and we really need your help. And yeah, come find us, talk to us, and ask how you can help, and we'll help you as well.
And if you don't find us in person, please join our Discord server. You will find us there, definitely.
All right, thanks all for joining. Let's give a round of applause. And we're gonna have the next talk by Efe, I think, in 3 minutes. So go get refreshed and come back.